What is the science on so-called conversion practices? Well, the first thing to understand is that nearly all the research that has been done is where adults, often religious, choose to access some form of therapy, normally talking therapy or support groups, to reduce their same-sex attraction. Politicians and campaigners will make out that any attempt to reduce same-sex desires is harmful. They claim that some people just are gay, and that any attempt to change is homophobic and oppressive. And this simply isn't true. Many people experience a change in sexual desires across their lifetimes. Some people who come out as gay later in life clearly had heterosexual desires earlier in life. By contrast, there are many testimonies, particularly of Christians, of people who were sure they were LGB, who were in sexual relationships, who have become Christians and over time experienced radical transformation. This isn't just anecdotal evidence, it's backed up by many types of scientific study. But what about intentional therapy or support? Is that harmful? Well, the science here is a minefield. The older studies are often poorly designed and involve bias in the selection of participants, being advertised with headlines like, "Help us document the damage of homophobic therapies." Even those don't genuinely support the claim that they cause harm. There are many better, more recent studies, in fact, that show that various forms of support are generally positive for people's well-being and also effective. If you want the details, go to freetotalk.org, which shows the vast gap between what the science says and what campaigners and politicians claim. But it's important for Christians to remember, God's pattern for our lives is good for us. As we seek to follow Christ, we can expect to see positive change in our lives. We can expect to be filled with the fruit of the Spirit, including self-control. When we pray, "Lead us not into temptation," that includes any same-sex desires that we might have or gender distress. The science does back up that responsible support a Christian pastor or specialist ministry or qualified therapist could give to help someone address same-sex desires. But our confidence ultimately needs to be in God and His goodness. His plan for our lives is not oppressive. It frees us to be the people we were designed to be.